Hey there, thank you so much for tuning in again to part 3 of our series on reading a dog's body language. I hope that you learned how to recognize the subtle signs that dogs give when they're showing that they're stressed or anxious, when they're content and happy, or when they are feeling like they're alert or really interested in something. Today we're going to be talking about how to tell when a dog is showing signs of aggression and what you can do to use your knowledge of what to look for with your eyes when you're looking at a dog's ears, when you're looking at a dog's mouth, their overall body posture, and their tail. So today we're going to be talking about our last set of cues that show when a dog is showing aggression and what you can do to help keep yourself and your dog safe. Thanks again for tuning in. Gerty and I hope you learn a lot. So our last picture is a little bit more obvious than the rest of the body language we talked about. What do you think of when you see this picture? What is this dog trying to tell us? We might notice right away that we can see all of his teeth. It looks like his lips are pulled back to show even more teeth. And if this were a video, I would bet there's some sound that's going along with this. So it looks like this dog's barking, baring his teeth, and pulling his lips back. We can also see, if you look to his ears, that they're pinned back very tight against his head. Do you think this dog's happy? I don't think so. This dog is showing us that he definitely does not want to be approached. He's showing signs of aggression, and it would be the safest thing to respect that and not approach this dog until he calms down. So the dog in this picture is showing us several of the signs of aggression. So we talked about the way the dog's ears are pinned back tight to his head. He's showing all of his teeth. He's pulling his lip back. He's probably making some sounds like growling, barking, or snapping. And those are all clear signs that this dog does not want to be approached. The other thing that we can't see in this picture that's very important to note with your eyes when you're looking for signs of aggression is this tail that's very upright and very tense looking. So an aggressive dog or a dog that's feeling fearful is going to hold his tail straight up. It's not relaxed or wagging. And that's another important sign to look for. So when we combine an upright tail with these other signs, the teeth baring, the barking, air snapping, curled lips, or wide eyes, that's a dog saying, please give me my space. It wouldn't be safe to approach that dog. The best bet would be to wait until the dog is calm and approachable. Hello again. Thank you so much for joining us for our series on reading a dog's body language. Today we're going to recap everything that we've learned and use that in a real life situation when there is a dog that we want to greet. So the first thing you'll see me do when I approach a handler and a dog that I want to say hello to is I'll ask the handler for permission, because before I even start looking at body language, I want to make sure the owner is comfortable with me coming closer to the dog. So I'm going to first ask for permission, and I really want to say hello to Miss Gerty. Hi, is it okay if I say hi to your dog?
It sure is.
So that's exactly what we hope for when we want to say hello to a dog. I've asked for permission from the handler, and now I'm going to ask for permission from the dog. And Ms. Gerty here can't tell me with her words, yes, it's okay for you to come say hello, but I can use my eyes to get permission from Gerty. So I'm gonna look at her body language. And what I can see right now is her posture is pretty relaxed. Her tail looks mostly even with her body. It doesn't seem very stiff. Her ears are perked a little bit, so she does look attentive. She looks like she's interested, but she's not pinning her ears back, showing any signs of nervousness or fear. Her mouth is closed right now, so that also tells us that she's not completely at ease. She might be really interested or aroused by something, and there are some other noises happening. And that's important to understand because whenever there's a new environment for a dog, they're not always going to be very comfortable with new people approaching. So I'm going to give her some time. I'm going to move a little bit closer and see if she shows any signs of being uncomfortable. And I don't know if you saw, but I noticed a little slight tail wag. Notice where I'm holding my hands. I'm not putting them in her face at all. And I'm just going to let her approach me if she wants to. And so she's sniffing, which shows that she's pretty comfortable with me being here, but not super interested apparently. So I'm going to get down to her level because now she's showing wagging tail and opening mouth. She's licking my hands. And I'm not petting over the head. I'm staying where she can see me if she wants to look at me. And she has her mouth open. She's not staring me down with a closed mouth. Her body is relaxed. Her tail is even with her body. And she's wagging it. And she looks pretty happy to have some attention. So this is the outcome that we always want to see. And the way we get here is by first asking permission from the dog's handler, and then making sure we also have permission from the dog. So again, if I wanted to approach a dog that I don't know, or even if I am somewhat familiar with the dog, it's always a good idea to ask the handler for permission. Is it okay if I say hi to your dog? Sure. Okay. So now that I have permission from the handler, I'm going to use my eyes to scan body language. So Bose was just a little vocal, you probably noticed. I'm looking at his overall body posture, and it is pretty stiff. His tail is wagging back and forth, but he's holding it up high. So we can see it's not quite relaxed with his body. He's holding his tail up higher, which shows us that he is very attentive or excited by something. He's also vocal, and he seems really distracted, really interested in everything but me. So we talked about what to do when a dog is showing that sign of arousal, and it is not to interrupt their focus and continue to approach the dog, because we can catch him off guard, we can get in the way of what he's focused on, and he might react negatively to that. So looking at his face, he's looking away from me. He has a closed mouth right now. He's not open mouthed, panting, looking at me. So I'm going to say I have a yes from the owner, but maybe a no from the dog right now. I'm not going to put my hands near his face at all, and I'm just gonna go on my way and let him do his thing. All right. So as you saw from our video, Bose is a young dog. He's very excitable and he has a lot of energy, but he is a sweet dog and he's available for adoption. If you have any questions about Bose or any of our other adoptable animals, please feel free to reach out. You can email us or check out our website for more information on who's available for adoption. Thanks again for joining us today.